All right, y'all, we getting ready to start Tuesday's show. But right now, man, we gonna get y'all off with some music until we get going. And so let's go ahead, get some of these artists out here promoted, and then we'll get this show kicking and off the way. So
tenderly to me. I want you to know that I love you. You love it when I take it there. Love it when you pull my hair. You love it when I take it slow and drop it down low. You're so I just want you to know how I feel inside. I want you to know how I feel about you. I want you to know that I need you. Want you to know that I feel you. You so sweet, oh so sweet, attentively and tenderly to me. Want you to know that I love you.
yeah, it's about that time. You're rocking with your boy Damo Unleashed and Sky Black on the Nashville Caveman Podcast. Stay tuned.
On the whip with the crystals on the side. Doors flip up, yeah, we call it suicide. Creeping like a spider every time that I ride. Yeah, I smile at my haters, just a fuck what they find. All so dope, then the truth tell a lie. $1 million dreams make a broke nigga high. Dudes get mad when they me when I say hi. The paint so wet that it make a pussy slide. Some rooftop with the wood grain grip. Ain't even raining, but the paint still drip. I'm not even traveling, but baby, I'm a trip. So she riding up the mountainside just to see the tip. Top of the world, that's what they ain't wanna be. Riding in a battle, adding to my legacy. Crystals on the chrome, yeah, the body so G. I'm a stunt so hard, niggas can't stand me.
What is going on? Let me put this down so I don't seem like I'm so high up, y'all. Just my camera. What is going on, man? Happy Tuesday, man. Welcome to the Nashville Caveman podcast. I am one half of your host, Damo Unleashed. Here with a good friend of mine that's like a brother. Man, I'm going to roll out the red carpet, and it is all yours.
Thank you, man. Well, thanks for everybody for joining us. Another week, another Tuesday. Tuesday should be your favorite day of the week because of this podcast. Most people know that I am a pro wrestler, so my next event won't be until November. But shout out to Top Rope Wrestling. They had an event last Saturday at the Wilson County Fairgrounds. And shout out to my homeboy from CAI, Rob. He became a Triple Crown champion in this business. Congratulations to him. That's a hard thing to do, man, become a Triple Crown champion. I know I am one. So congratulations to him on that. Later on tonight, y'all know I'm a music publisher. So later on tonight, the Deep Link Radio Show from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. and the replay from 11 p.m. Sorry, the replay is from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. You can get on there at offtopradio.com. That is offtopradio.com. Or you can stream my music on offtoprecords.net. That is offtoprecords.net. If you are an artist who wants music or radio play, you can send your music to me as an MP4 or MP3 at sky.black@gmail.com. That is sky.black@gmail.com. And then after that, hey, send your videos to Mr. Damo here. Get ready to do your interviews and get ready for the inaugural male and female Soul Driven Artist of the Year. Man, we have
male trophy.
12 weeks left. Well, maybe not 12, but about 12 weeks left. Mm-hmm.
And that's the female trophy.
We promoted it all year, y'all, all year. And now it's coming. It's absolutely coming.
Man, it has been some kind of week, man.
How's it going for you?
Man, it's been an absolutely great week. Shout out to Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt shook the world, man. Represented Nashville real well and beat Alabama.
I'll give Vanderbilt they do, but man, this is a post Nick Saban Alabama. So I'm excited, but then I'm like,
they still got even players though.
Right. I'm excited, but damn, they couldn't beat Alabama all these 20-something years that Nick Saban was coaching. But congratulations, Vanderbilt. Congratulations. I also gotta say congratulations.
Before Nick Saban, they couldn't beat him.
Yeah.
They didn't beat him in a long time.
Absolutely. Congratulations to the Denver Broncos for going 3-0. Well, our rookie quarterback, Bo Nix, they won 3 straight games. So
I think he's
gonna have to stay starting.
I can't believe it, man. It's been some shockers this week. Some real shockers, man. In the sports world, I was beaming on Saturday. You know what I'm saying? And I also want to say, you know, man, I start my new job today. Okay. So I am happy. I am not in the middle of nowhere where I got to deal with wildlife. You know what I'm saying? Skunks and damn deer and doe and armadillo and snakes and coyotes and all other kind of big cockroaches. You know, the way y'all know Hickory, they got the cockroaches, man, as big as shot. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they dumping on people. They got some big ass cockroaches out there, man. Spiders, everything. I was like, man, get me up out of here. You hear me?
I understand.
But I'm back downtown with the trucks and the watered down beer. You know what I'm saying? And the cheap barbecue. Back downtown.
Are you doing the day or night?
Oh, it's in the afternoon. So my new schedule, from what I know, is like 5 to 1:30, which is perfect. Because I still got enough time to get home, get in the bed, get enough sleep, and then wake up and still have a portion of my day. doesn't interfere with the podcast. And this new job is going to allow me to actually put more money into marketing and promotion. So I'm really excited about that. I think we have a great vehicle. I think this for the people that I talk to watch this podcast, they like, man, y'all stuff is very entertaining and fun.
Yeah, people stop me and talk to me too about it. Yes.
Yeah, so in the day, it's gonna be good today. Man, You know what, Sky? I thought I put the itinerary for the show together. Right? But man, I'm telling you, just when you think you done seen it all, my brother, somebody come with some shit and you're like, oh, the audacity of this fool right here. So today, it's going to be one of them shows. To let y'all know what we're going to be talking about. This coming from a female, she says, ladies, it's time that you take accountability for sleeping with bums. So they ain't not saying this. This is a female that came out and said this. So I want to hear her perspective on it. Also, understanding when it's time to walk away. Some of y'all be in relationships with people that are unhinged, and you need to know when it's time to just at all costs just walk the hell away. So we're going to talk about that. It's a video I'm going to play to kind of make you an example of when you want to walk away. Also, we're going to be talking about why men should stop spending money on dates. And it came from a female, and I think her perspective and her advice was absolutely perfect. I think she hit the nail right on the head. We're going to talk about Hurricane Helene, East Tennessee, Asheville, North Carolina, Bat Cave, North Carolina, that got wiped out. And the perspective and what I want to talk about is, man, we should all be furious and frustrated with our government and their response. Being in America and knowing that this was going to happen and not being prepared just makes no kind of damn sense. It happened during Katrina. They knew Katrina was possibly going to be as bad as it was, and they weren't prepared. It should not take them 3 or 4 days to fly in necessities that people need. Water, food, baby formula, stuff like that. So we're going to be talking about that. And then also, we're going to be talking about, and this is what I was talking about, Sky. This chick broke up with this dude, right? So I guess when they were dating, the dude made a promise that he was going to buy her this designer bag. She broke up with him, all right? She come back 6 months later, asking him for the bag that he promised her for her birthday while they were dating. So that's what we got on deck for y'all today, man. I said the nerve of her, the show.
Absolutely.
Be serious about it.
Absolutely. Well, then let's go ahead and see what these people got to say.
Man, I think I'm gonna start with hers first. Because I just was like, here we go. Let me stop this music.
Do you remember when you promised me at my birthday you are going to give me the Chanel bag?
Okay, but that's when we were together, love. Like, you broke up with me?
Yes, but a promise is a promise.
Okay, so what do you want?
I came here to get my handbag.
Your handbag? We broke up 6 months ago.
Doesn't matter. We break up 6 months ago. You told me my birthday you are going to give me the handbag.
Yeah, when we were together. We're not together anymore, so it doesn't matter. Like, we're not together anymore, so why? Yeah, like, I don't understand why you're here.
If we are together or not together, that doesn't matter, but you make a promise, and I always keep my word when I say something, and you should too. You told me you are going to give me my birthday the handbag.
Yeah, I said that I'll get you a handbag when you were like boyfriend and girlfriend. We're not not together anymore. We're not anything anymore. But now you come to me in my house saying to me, hey, where's my guy?
Of course.
What do you mean, of course?
Sorry.
Sorry?
Do you remember when you promised me at my
So-
birthday you are going to...
So there we go. I guess when they was dating, he promised her a Chanel bag when they was dating. You know, baby, yeah, when your birthday come around, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get you this Chanel bag.
Right.
And then she break up with him. And it's been some months, and now she coming back asking for the damn where the Chanel bag. What do you mean where the Chanel bag?
Well, you know what? It's weird that you played that, because today I am a great example. First of all, happy birthday to Keyshawn. I've been knowing his mama for years and years and years. So earlier this year, I was talking to him and his mom. And he was like, man, my birthday's in October. You gonna give me something? I said, yeah, I'll cash app you, woody, woody, woo. Now, this is back in like February, March. Today is his birthday. So guess what I did? I cashed apped him, woody, woody, woo, right? So I get it. I get it as a man, a promise is a promise. But here's the thing. The caveat, or the loophole in that verbal contract in his mind is we're together and we should still be together 6 months later.
And there
So
you go.
since that was never really said, I might have to side with her just a little bit, because he never said the stipulation is we have to be together. Or when they broke up, he never said the day that she broke up with him, look, since if you leave me, you're not getting the bag. The only thing that came out your mouth was on your birthday, I'm getting you that bag. That was the verbal agreement and a promise that you made. You never verbally said any other stipulation if this was business. So I understand what he's coming from, but verbally that was your agreement and your promise. So I'm not mad for her coming back. Now whether he does it or not is on him. But I'm not mad for her. I guess that's what I'm trying to say.
Let me tell you what I would have did. I'd have went to Family Dollar, got me a $15 bag, came back to the house, and sold Chanel on that motherfucker.
Okay, there you go.
I would have sewn Chanel on there. As soon as she came to the door, remember that Chanel bag? Here it go.
Absolutely.
This ain't Chanel. Let's say Chanel on it.
Look, I got a homeboy Jefferson that do them fake bags. She would have never known the difference. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So men, if this is happening to you, you make sure that if you in a relationship with a woman, you promise her something, the day she leaves you, cheats on you, whatever, you say, hey, this nulls and voids whatever we was talking about in the relationship. If you never say that, then don't get mad at her for coming back. What's up, DJ?
Man, let me tell you, Sky. Let me tell you, player. Let me tell you. Because if she would have said, you promised me a car, you know what I would have did? One of those Hot Wheel cars? I would have had it right in the hand. Well, I didn't tell you what kind of car we playing these games, okay? Well, I didn't tell you what kind of car I was going to get you. I just told you I was going to get you a brand new car. Here you go. And I would have had that Hot Wheel right in my hand and hand it to her, right? Just like that.
Absolutely. So folks, y'all got to be careful, because in some states, a verbal contract will hold up just as much as a signed contract. Each state is different. So you got to be careful what you say to people out your mouth. Now, handshakes, that's old school. But a verbal committed, and especially now, what if somebody heard that? What if a child was in the house, a sibling, a sister, a mama, what we would call a witness, heard you say that to her? Now she can't. Heard him say that I'm going to get you this bag for your birthday.
Well, he probably brought a Chanel bag.
Right, Chanel bag.
Right.
So that's a verbal contract.
And sold Chanel on there. You can order them logos. That's what I would have did.
But that's a verbal contract, and you have a witness. So now she was petty like that. That is approachable for a court or a lawyer, because you got to be careful what you say to folks. So if you in that situation, guys, y'all make sure that the stipulation is I'm doing X, Y, Z as long as we're in a relationship or we're married. If you leave, you break this contract.
You know, Sky, though, I'm bewildered. Because why does that? It's like, shouldn't it be understood that when this relationship is over?
Absolutely. She understood. Absolutely.
It's just like an engagement ring. Like, if you're the one that broke it off, it's not like I broke it off. You broke it off.
Absolutely.
So shouldn't it be understood that, okay, like if you was to go ahead and you was to propose to a female, then she broke up the relationship. Shouldn't it already be common sense that, okay, I need to be giving this ring back? Or, okay, this need to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've ended our relationship contract, so that means everything that comes with it goes, you know, I'm not entitled to it anymore.
An unspoken rule, yes. But that girl sounds like she's American.
That's a common sense thing. Like, I would never go back if a female promised me to get a house and I broke up with her, expect her to continue to buy me this house.
Right. Well, she didn't sound American. She sounded...
Yeah, she was overseas, so you know
so maybe she just didn't grasp that unspoken rules that most Americans would. Now, I ain't gonna even lie, it could be some black chicks that would do the same thing a year later. Remember when we So being to protect yourself verbally and everything. What was the name of that movie?
Well, let me ask you a question though, Sky.
Mm-hmm.
Or what if she told me during the relationship that this is my stuff? After the breakup, shouldn't it always be my stuff? Well, you said, you know what I'm saying, that this all mine. So shouldn't this still be all mine? Or now is it different now? But we all say stuff, man, that, you know, it can be interpreted.
I'm going to tell you, because he was in a movie called something. King's Ransom. Do you remember the movie King's Ransom? That Anthony Anderson.
I watched it.
Okay, so remember his wife took him to court about something that he verbally said, and he told the lawyers, he said she was laying there butt naked on a rug. And I was drunk, that's why I said it, and the lawyer said it don't matter. That still was a verbal agreement that you said to her. Now, when y'all was together, and even though y'all were divorced, you never added those verbal stipulations. So if y'all ain't seen that movie was an older movie. It's called King's Ransom. Go back and watch that part of the movie where he's sitting with his lawyer and she's sitting with her lawyer, and he promised her something when they was married, and she was laying on this carpet butt naked for her birthday, and he promised her something, and she never got it. And when she comes back after the divorce, it's still a verbal agreement. So y'all be careful what y'all say to people.
And ladies, that go for y'all too. Because if we in it, y'all talk about, ooh, this your vagina. This yours. Then you break up with me and I come back to get it. Don't be telling me because you said, you know what I'm saying, that it was mine. You didn't say it wasn't mine anymore. You know what I'm saying? So we don't play that.
Well, then you need to record that, Damo. If they tell you that in bed, it's just you and her, so it's your word against hers, right?
Right. So I guess you better record it. You know what I'm saying?
You do a Shannon Sharp.
This your pussy. All right. Remember, you said it was mine. You didn't say it wasn't mine no more. You know what I'm saying? Like.
So yeah, do a Shannon Sharp, record yourself, so that way anything that she says during sex is
in court.
Judge,
he said this vagina was mine. I was
absolutely.
And she said this is mine. Can I be reimbursed?
I don't know. That's something you have to ask.
Judge, I need reimbursed.
I'm not, especially if the lady, whoever she was, because again, she didn't sound American.
Nah,
I don't blame her if she doesn't know, then she don't know. But hey, nothing beats a failure but a try. Hell, I might have went back to a couple of old girlfriends and asked them for stuff. Hell, nothing hurt. All it is yes or no, right?
Right. And, well, you know, if you ever got any of them recorded, take it to court. You know what I'm saying? Take it to court if you ever got any recorded, because somebody owe you something.
Or if there's a witness in the house, y'all be careful. You know how you go to people's houses and they got friends sitting there playing video games and y'all just talking. Hey, that whatever they overheard, that's a witness.
Man, she there talking about this show. And y'all know what? We gonna move. This is funny. This next one, we gonna talk this girl. I know she pissed off a lot of females. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna play this clip. Sky, we gonna dive into this. I thought this was hilarious. Let me go ahead and cut the music on this because this chick went off. I love her videos, matter of fact. This ain't the first one I've seen of hers.
Okay.
She got a couple of them. But without further ado, y'all,
The root issue is
Hold
women
on.
are not taking accountability for the root issue is women are out here having kids by people who are not there, and then instead of them facing the fact of what is going on, they're placing the blame on everybody else. Girl, take accountability that you slept with a bum. Take accountability that you slept with a man who is not stable. Take accountability that you chose the wrong man. What is the root issue? Y'all keep coming to our page. Well, she's avoiding the question. The root issue is women are not taking accountability for the choices that they make. Simple. There is no other root issue. Like, y'all are so programmed. Call us a clown, call it what you want. Your words don't hurt us, baby. We don't care what y'all call us. Y'all are watching our content. Y'all are commenting under our video. We said what we said. Women are the issue. I can't blame a man for being a bum. I have to blame myself for choosing him. I chose the wrong baby father. I chose the wrong man because I was going by what my mama and my women around me taught me. Well, you go after the drug dealers. You go after the men with the money, and then they don't tell us, well, you know, they are bums at the end of the day. We are so sick and tired of women not taking accountability, and then you're programming your girls to repeat the same cycle. Period. Like, y'all, so sick and tired of women taking accountability for your actions. Y'all are the reason why the daughters are not nothing. Y'all are the reason why in 2022 women think it's okay to walk around half naked and then expect a man not to want to touch you. Girl, you're behaving like y'all. Oh my gosh. This is why I understand why men don't want to deal with women. I understand. Oh my gosh. You like women.
Shout out to the women.
Man, she said it mouthful. She said it. I ain't say it.
I agree 100% on everything she just said. And she's not one of those women who gonna come on here and be like, well, you don't say this about the men. What did she say? A man is going to be a man. If you have a vagina and you dressing half naked and you shaking your butt in clubs and you dressing like whores, they're going to sleep with you. They're not going to marry you. They're going to impregnate you and leave. So thank you, whoever that woman is, of putting of moving the goalpost to where it needs to be. Because we don't say we don't hold men accountable. We just hold women more accountable because you're the one that has to lay on your back and open your legs. Do you understand what I'm saying? You knew he was a bum when you went on this first date. You knew he was a bum when you slept with him, and then you got 3 kids by him, and there's everybody's fault but yours. Thank you to whoever that woman was.
Man, you know what? I just want to say this, right? I wonder, do a lot of these females think when they lay down with a dude? If I have a baby by him, who is going to watch the children? If me and him not together and not got to work, who is going to watch? No. We talk about this all the time, Sky. It's like beating a dead horse.
Absolutely.
But we talk about this all the time. A lot of children are molested, and you guys are at fault. Why? For creating broken families. That means, man, you know what I'm saying? You gotta work, the dude not around, and now he with that weird uncle or that weird cousin of yours or that weird friend of the family coming around touching on your kid. Yeah, and you gotta work. And it's like, do you ever think about, okay, if I have a kid, where the hell this kid gonna go? You know what I'm saying? Or, you know, what did this dude do for a living? What does he do? Because that gotta be important. That gotta be of some kind of importance. What do he do for a living? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Is this a brother that's responsible? What traits have he shown me that he's responsible?
Absolutely.
What traits have he shown me that he is consistent? Yes, you can blame the dude, you know what I'm saying? But you didn't make him commit. You didn't make him show any qualities that he was going to be that kind of father. Right. So why are we shocked when he's not? Because the dude always be in y'all ear. I'm going to tell you ladies, I'm going to put y'all on game. We always going to be in y'all ear and tell me, yeah, we want you to have my baby. But telling you and showing you is totally different.
Absolutely.
So don't get caught up in the words of what men say. Man, get caught up in the actions and the shit that we really do.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, are we responsible? Are we responsible financially? How is our credit? You know, how long have we been at the job that we've been at? You know, or do we got any skill set? Do we know how to work on a house? You know, do we know how to work on a car? Certain things that y'all can just, you know, it's things in the dating stages you need to know before you lay down with somebody. You need to know. Both, and this goes for men and women, but especially you women.
Especially women.
You better know.
I always say sex is a powerful drug, but the powerfulest thing to me now in the world is a vagina, because it controls a woman and a man. I don't know what it is about that vagina that controls a woman and a man, but it makes you do the dumbest shit sometimes. I mean, it takes you out of your mind. It takes you out of reality. And the time that you're having sex, you're not thinking about all the consequences that are coming later. You're just thinking about that moment. Like, that's crazy.
You know what's crazy? That gives me this, right? Because me and my daughters, we have a close relationship. So we talk about especially with my oldest, we talk about relationship stuff, right? And I'm glad you made that point, because I got girls, but if I had a son, you know what I would tell my son if I had a son? Hey, boy, before you go out on a date with that girl, here's what I want you to do. I want you to go get a rag and go rub two of them out. What do you mean rub two of them? I want you to go and get a magazine or go ahead on the video and rub two of them out. That way, you don't let your loins control your choices and decisions.
Right.
Because some of us have made really bad choices. And the women we have kids with. By being horny. You saying you don't know what's in it? It's Skittles at the end of that rainbow. I'm going to tell you that. You know what I'm saying? It's a bit thing, boy. You hear me? It's like a rip gun being put on you. You know? You got to make sure that you got control over your hormones before you link up with a female. Absolutely. You going out with a man, and you know, man, she's shaped like, you got to rub two of them out, man. Don't go over there, man, and you ain't had nothing in a while, and you built up. Because, man, she ain't have you putting the houses and mansions and stuff that you ain't even own in her name.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm telling you, you got sons, teach your sons, boy, before you go out with this chick, you need to go and rub you two good ones out. You know, make sure it shoot across the room. You know what I'm saying? And you get yourself taken care of, then you go out with her. So when she, do certain things, then you know that. You know?
Absolutely. I agree. You're right about that. Have a clear head when you go out.
You better have a clear head when you're dealing with some of these women. It get you in trouble. That cooch will get you in trouble, man. I'm telling you.
Sure will.
It's like a voodoo down there, man. You hear me? It's
absolutely.
Like put on.
Absolutely. And
that's how my wife got me, man. I think she might have put a rut on me, man. I don't know what's going on, man. I know she gonna kill me. She hit it. But.
And the way this economy is, man, these girls are fishing for y'all, man. They
man,
they tell you whatever they want you to hear. If they even think that you got something, that's why I go outside looking like some bum every day. If they think that you got something, they on their way. You be like, how am I talking to the prettiest girl in the neighborhood? 10 years ago, she wouldn't look at me, but today she's saying hello and want me to take her to the store, because times have changed, my friend. Mm-hmm. Those OnlyFans accounts ain't making the money like they used to. And she know you've been at Amazon for 10 years, so she know you ain't going no damn well. You making good money. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? Man, inflation's so high. You know them $40 deals going down to 20 now. They desperate times out here. Hell, you know what I'm saying? I'm just telling you, fellas, before you deal with a female, you got to be in your right mind. So you got to make sure you rub you two of them out. Don't be controlled by your penis, man. A lot of y'all penis. Look at Tyrese. Look at Tyrese. If that situation don't teach you nothing, nothing will. Tyrese is in a bad. They done tripled his child support and gave all the stuff that he worked for and had before he married that woman. They gave it to her, and she decided if he get to come over or not. Now you know that's some bad twat to make you not want to sign the prenup. You rich? That's some bad vagina to make you not want to sign the prenup. I mean, there's some powerful vagina. I'm telling you, man, you got to make sure when you deal with these fellas, before y'all deal with these women, rub you two good ones out. Rub it out.
It's real tough.
You're welcome. All I'm going to say is you're welcome.
Yep. And if you a fool and don't listen, then you deserve all the foolish prizes.
You know what, Sky? That's why I don't feel bad for a lot of these dudes, and I don't have sympathy. Because it's like, man, you should have known better. Like, when you know you should have known better, you know you should have known better, man.
Mm-hmm.
To deal with some of these chicks. You know? I'm going to get to this next story. Actually, before I do, because this is bizarre. And I'm telling y'all, man, when y'all dealing with somebody, you got to know when it's time to just cut all losses and leave right away. No longer deal with them anymore. Fellas, we really, and women too, y'all really got to know that and have that understanding. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to get into some music right quick because we at the 35-minute mark, 36-minute mark. So I'm going to play some music, give me and Sky a break, and then we're going to come back and dive into it. And then after that, we got one more story, and then we're going to talk about this hurricane and all this craziness that has taken place. So without further ado, shout out to the boy, man, Malfunction 365. Go ahead and play his music out of Clarksville, Tennessee, and we'll be back with y'all in a moment. If you're watching the show, please go ahead and share. Please share. Y'all can really, that's the easiest, simplest thing you can do. And way you can help us is by hitting the share button. All right. So we'll be back with y'all, man. Thank y'all for staying tuned.
We smoking all the time, so go on ahead and roll one up. Twisted, lick it, pack it, light it, go on ahead and get fucked up. We do it all the time, you see I'm doing fine. Making banks, living life out, no deadlines. We smoking all the time, so go on ahead and roll one up. Twisted, lick it, pack it, light it, go on ahead and get fucked up. We do it all the time, you see I'm doing fine. Making banks, living life out, no deadlines. Top of my head, I'm off the top of my game. If you don't know it now, you remember my name. I smoke so much weed, man, you wouldn't believe. Fire all the damn time, just burning them trees. No, there ain't nothing to it, that's just how life goes. So bury all your haters with this weed, now hit this road. Soak it up a little bit, now let it all sink in. With this right beat, deadlines they never win. As the beat keeps me going, my words forever flowing. Malfunction's back now, and we snapping on it. Just rip it, you feel it, can't hold us down. That B6, so kill it, we will right now. Music's in my life, so I plan to treat it right. It's a part of me, hip-hop's in me, my music is my life. It's a guarantee this love is mine, forever staying true. Music made me, it can make you too. We smoking all the time, so go on ahead and roll one up. Twisted, lick it, pack it, light it, go on ahead and get fucked up. We do it all the time, you see I'm doing fine. Making banks, living life out, no deadlines. We smoking all the time, so go on ahead and roll one up. Twisted, lick it, pack it, light it, go on ahead and get fucked up. We do it all the time, you see I'm doing fine. Making making banks, living life out, no deadline. Yes, sir, I'm the man. No, I'm not being cocky. See, it's just some clever word playing with the rhymes. I keep it coming. It comes out of me erupting. You can tell it's in my soul. My dreams and they're becoming true. It's no thing. It's all me. As I say it with my chest, I'm calling all the music lovers around the world. If you're hearing me, say it loud, boys and girls. Come on, it's all about the weed, so I smoke it all. Get ready, set, time's up, you fall. I'm already here, rolled up, let's go. I'm SpongeBob now, so ready, so blown. My stages set this game on. My papers made them stack so grown. Grown man shit, what you know about it? Rolled up weed, we know all about it. Think I'm crazy, hell no, I'm high. Stay fucked up, you know that's why my eyes are low and oh so red. This blunt so big, I'm blowing what's left. We smoking all the time, so go on ahead and roll one up. Twist it, lick it, pack it, light it, go on ahead and get fucked up. We do it all the time, you see I'm doing fine. Making banks, living life out, no deadline.
Smoking all the time, twist it, lick it, light it, smoking all the time, twist it, roll one up. Smoking all the time, twist it, lick it, light it, smoking all the time, twist it, roll one up.
All right, y'all, we back. Hey, Sky. Matter of fact, I want to turn this in a different direction. I was going to do the stuff. I'm going to do this because I'm going to talk about, man, where this woman was talking about when men take women on dates, they should quit paying for dates. And so without further ado, I want you to just listen to what she said. I thought it made a lot of sense. And then we're going to go ahead and you know, piggyback off of it. So let me go ahead and get this all started.
Go ahead. I'm gonna say something controversial. Men need to stop taking women on dates.
Men need to stop taking women on dates.
Take her out of here. You need to stop going on dates.
Elaborate.
I'm gonna say why. You should never take a woman out on a date that you don't have vested interest in and that you're not sure she has a vested interest in you. Stop trying to disillusion her with your money, your resources, your ability to buy her roses and all that dumb stuff. That's not done disillusion me, baby, all day. And what has that gotten you? Where are they? Exactly. So stop doing it. You're wasting your money. You're wasting your time. If you need, hold on, I'm not done. If you want to know if a woman is interested in you for real and wants to not just use you as a meal plan, because let me tell you, a lot of my homegirls are going out with you because they are bored. They don't have nothing to do. They're not over the other dude. Somebody else in Vegas or fucking New York hasn't hit her back yet, so she's going out with your stupid ass.
There's a lot of truth.
I know. Especially because I've been there, so stop taking her out on dates. And what do you do to get to know them? Talk. On the phone, because it's only so much what you do with coffee. That's minimal. I wouldn't even buy her coffee. Let me tell you. Don't buy her anything. Don't spend a dime. Don't spend a nickel. Don't spend a penny. Go somewhere that is free. And if she is unwilling to go there with you, don't go out with her. It should be free. I don't care. FaceTime.
She got a
point. She's FaceTime. Talk to her on FaceTime. Talk to her on the phone. If she wants something from you without knowing you, she's playing you.
Woo! All right, I'm gonna shut that down right quick. All right. So, do you want to go ahead and sink your teeth into this one, or do you want me to go ahead and go first?
Well, I agree, but she's talking about personal, right? Because I take people out sometimes for business lunches, and I know that's it. Okay, but she's talking about personal, taking somebody out on a date.
Yeah.
I agree with her in 2024 But when I was coming up, that's just what you do. It was called courting, right? And
Right.
stuff was affordable back then, you know. So taking a woman out on a date, hell, even if it was to McDonald's or Crystal's, that's just what you do because the food breaks the ice. If you don't have nothing else to say or y'all don't have nothing in common, y'all can always talk about the meal and the place and things like that. So that's why you take people out on dates, because it's to break the ice, especially if you don't know the girl. But I agree with her now in 2024. In 2024, yeah, be careful on just who you taking out, because you can easily spend $700-800 taking out 5 girls, and then none of them don't want you. I agree. Go ahead, Damo.
Man, I'm just gonna say it like
how you doing?
I'm just gonna say it just like this. You know why it wasn't a big deal way back then? Because there wasn't an emphasis. There was no emphasis on where you had to go. Of you having to go to a 3 or 4 or 5 star restaurant.
Absolutely.
Because at the end of the day, does that really even matter? No. You know why it doesn't matter? Because if you're eating, you're not getting to know one another anyway. Because the focus is on what?
The food.
The food. So you're not getting to know one another anyway. So does it matter where the date goes? No. I agree with her in this perspective. Fellas, if you want to get to know this female, the first thing you want to know about her, right? Is she a fair or equal person? What I mean by that is, and this is something I'm gonna give y'all some game. I was telling my daughter. I was like, you know how you surpass all these scallywags that's talking about 4 or 5 star restaurants? You know how you surpass them? If a dude offered to bring you some food or to take you on a date, if you have that luxury, right? First of all, you got to show him that you're absolutely appreciative of him, his kind gesture. You got to tell him thank you. Second of all, you know what you can do to surpass all these other females with these little small-minded mindsets. You know how you can surpass them? Yeah. If he pays for date number 1, come back and say, hey, well, when we go on a date next time, I'll cover it. What? Oh my God, what? You'll do what? You will have our attention if you that kind of female.
Right.
Because now, what you've done, if you secure date number 2, if there's a date number 2, right?
Right.
And now we're men, Sky. So imagine you took a woman out. This is a personal, you want to get to know her. So you take her out, you spend $70 to $100 on the date. And then she come at you and say, you know what, Sky? I really want to thank you, man. I had a good time. I appreciate you spending your hard-earned money for the date. Can I cover it next time? What is your response? You see how big your eyes got.
Right.
You see what the eyes see.
Right. It usually shocks me that a woman wants to pay, because coming up, I would have said no. Never. Men pay on the first date because that's how I was brought up. But then I ran into this group called feminists, and they want to be like me. So I was like, okay, well, if you want to be the man, then you pay for the date. No. You pay for the date. I'm like, you can't have it both ways. Either you let me pay and let me be the man, or you want to be equal to men and start paying on some of these dates. So that's how I see it now in 2024. I'm with you and her. Now, if women want to be equal and won't have equal treatment, then on the first date, why ain't women paying on first dates or second dates or third dates?
Because I feel like this. If you want to show a man that it's not about his money, it's about him, why wouldn't you want to pay for the second date? Because see his perspective. You know what I'm saying? I understand what you're saying, like, let me be a man, but there's also, it let me know that, man, you in here with me financially. You're not, you understand that I work hard for this. You know what I'm saying? And it allows, when you do that, a man can't throw it in your face that he spent this money on.
Absolutely. And again, just who raised me were men who grew up where women didn't work no way. The wife was just like housewife. She didn't work. She didn't bring in no money. So of course she wasn't gonna pay for no dates.
Oh no, she couldn't.
Right. So when you went to pick up a woman in the 50s and 60s, you was gonna pay for every date. You was gonna pay for the bills. All she was gonna do was stay at home, cook, clean, take care of the babies. So that's the generation that taught me. So I was never looking for a woman to pay for any dates because most of my time women didn't work. Men did the working. So that's why I'm saying now in this generation where women are CEOs and businesses and yes, start splitting those dates up. You pay for one, she pays for another.
Right. And it just shows, and it shows that, man, y'all possibly can work together when it comes to finances.
Right. Absolutely.
It's a lot to go in with that. You know what I'm saying? And because no dude want to keep paying for 1 date, 2 date, 3 date, 4 date, because then when you add it all up, you know what I mean? You paid all these dates, and then man, here she giving the goods up to a dude that ain't investing at all. This is what we was talking about. Remember when I told you why dudes get so upset when women cheat? Because they be like, oh, men can't handle it. Well, it's because men do all this investing. They court you, they take you on dates, and then you give it up to somebody who ain't put no effort into it. So, of course, he's going to feel some kind of way. But if you did it like that, where, you know, man, he took you on the date, he paid. The next one you take him on the date, you pay. Now it's no feelings being hurt. Because we both invested into this.
Absolutely. But, you know, I never put a lot of thought and trust in it anyway when I was taking them out on dates and paying for them. Like you said, I don't put too much trust in human beings like that. But the average man, I would understand if you took this woman out on 10 dates and then she went back and slept with her baby daddy. I get it. He ain't done nothing. He ain't took care of the child. You are trying to be a good man, but for some reason he must got that diamond dick and just got a hold of her. And I'm like, okay, well, you stay there and you do whatever you do, and I'll keep my money to myself.
Well, you think about this. In the times, 30 years ago, 20 to 30 years ago, the women were different. The women were different. So it was worth, I think, more of the investment. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'll never mislead y'all. I'm not going to tell y'all that we didn't have no whores. Because we did. We had some whores. You know what I'm saying? The young mamas and grandmamas was whores. Put it out there, right? But, you know what I'm saying? A lot of them they were loyal hoes. If you know if that makes sense to you. Now we got a lot of community hoes. You know what I'm saying? So it's just different. It's just different, man. You don't know. You never know who your chick done been with, man. You know what I'm saying? You're licking on the lollipop that been licked on by about 10 other people.
Absolutely. You can't put, and then I feel sorry for y'all guys, because nowadays, man, you can't trust these women. And whether they church going women all the way down to lot lizards, man, time is hard and you are for self. When I was coming up, you could kind of tell by having conversations like you came out of a family full of whores or you came out of a family full of churchgoers, so you would know where to invest your money depending on what type of guy you was. Because if you like the whores, then you go that route. But if you wanted that wholesome woman that you knew wasn't gonna lie, cheat, steal, then you would go that route. And then things wasn't expensive back then. You could have a nice meal for $20-$25. Yeah. But now I don't know this generation. Couldn't see myself dating or just going out. Now when I go out, my last 10 dates on women or whatever has been business. It's been a business lunch that my company has paid for. Do you see what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't say last time I've been on a personal date trying to get to know somebody, because hell, going to the movies is $50 just to walk in. Just to walk in, we ain't talking about popcorn.
That's a whole attitude, don't you? I catch a whole attitude, man. If I had to,
it makes you want to have sex in the theater, right? If I pay $50 to get in plus the candy and stuff, I ain't waiting till we get back to the hotel. We need to have sex in the back of the theater while the movie's going. Shoot. I can't.
Yeah, you better tip me, literally. You better tip me, literally.
Thank you. Absolutely.
Man, it's raw. It's rough out here, man. You're right. You got $50 just to get into the movies, and then don't get no snacks. Don't you get no snacks? That's a whole almost another $50. Man. Man, and that's just for the movies and the movie. Remember, back in our day, we used to go to the movies and we used to go out somewhere to eat.
Absolutely. Hell, I went to the
We used to
movies,
do
I
them
went
both.
skating, and I ate in one night.
Hell yeah. You're right. Sometimes we would go to a restaurant, eat, we would go skating or the movies. You're right. There
Absolutely.
was a lot that you could do back. Not nowadays. Nowadays, you're paying a whole electric bill. You paying a car note when you go out on a date almost now.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And all I hear online are these girls complaining about they can't afford this, they can't afford that. They have to move back in with their parents, or they living with their parents. They looking for a come up. And the majority of them are women with multiple kids. I ain't saying they all have kids or multiple kids, but the majority of them are. So yeah, it has to be more than just love or I like you. When you a single mama with 3 kids, you have to get a man who has some type of stability. Good Lord.
Man,
You have to.
I tell you what, man. I feel for these fellas. I really feel. I mean, I feel kind of in a way for the females too. You know, it ain't. But y'all already knew. Y'all ain't got many options. First of all, y'all just outnumber us by a whole lot. First and foremost. But second of all, you know, y'all don't have as many options. And I was talking about this week. Cardi B need to stay with Offset because what you gonna do? You might as well stay and work it out. Most of y'all might as well stay and work it out because what's going to happen is you leave and get into a similar situation. So you might as well work out the situation you're in right now if it can be worked out.
Stay with
Y'all
the
don't have a
devil
lot
that
of
you
options either when it comes to us. But we definitely don't have, man. Scott, man, shit. Some of y'all scared. Y'all scared me. I be like, ooh. I think social media is the best thing to happen. Because what it did is it allowed me to look inside people's mental state. That's what it did. I'm like, okay, I could see issues that I maybe wouldn't have saw before. Dang, this person got some issues. And I know you read posts and be like, ooh, this is scary right here. This is some scary shit.
all the time. All the time. So you might as well stick with the devil that you know instead of trying to go out here and find another devil, right?
Hell yeah.
And again, there are good guys out there that will marry you and stay with you for 80 years and never cheat, nothing like that, but they far few and in between. So that's why a lot of these girls stay in these relationships where they're getting yelled at, beat up, kicked, because they don't have nowhere to go. They don't know how to survive. They don't know how to do anything because all they've ever done was just be the woman.
Right. Man, but there are scenarios, fellas and ladies, but, you know, definitely fellas, because this is all about a show where men talk about men issues. There are situations, fellas, where y'all come inside and y'all run into certain kind of females. There's a point where you got to get the F up out, drop everything, and just leave them alone. You know what I'm saying? Here's one. Before I play this video, there were certain criteria, there were certain standards that if there were certain things, if you did, they wasn't gonna mess with you. If I heard anything about you busting out somebody's window because you was mad, or you done anything to somebody's car because you was upset, I don't want nothing to do with this person. Because if they'll harm my stuff, they'll harm me. Right? And violence, you put your hands on me for any, I don't care how mad you get. You put your hands on me, that's it. We're done. There's nothing else to talk about. You know what I'm saying? And fellas, the one chick y'all need to be aware of is that one that will lie, easily lie, to put you in a predicament that could cost you your life or your freedom. So without further ado, I'm getting ready to play this. I want y'all, hopefully y'all can catch some of it. But this chick going off on this dude, and she say something that the dude should have stopped the video, I feel, and just went on his way. He crazy for not doing so. If it was me, I would have. So without further ado, let's go ahead and play this video.
Watch this.
All right, so I'm trying to influence.
It wasn't bedtime, and
I'm trying to leave, please.
In the bed with me.
I'm
I
trying.
didn't say that. What's the Wi-Fi password? What's the Wi-Fi password, Joe? What's the Wi-Fi password? What's the Wi-Fi password? You really want me to call the cops for this? Wi-Fi?
Go for it. They're gonna laugh at
You're
you.
an abusive narcissist.
I'm not doing anything. I haven't done anything.
Yeah, you've done everything.
I haven't done anything.
My kids too.
I haven't done anything.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Please say that. Please say that.
What? You?
So did you just catch what she said?
Yeah, he's a narcissist.
She said he's a narcissist,
Right.
but then she said, you probably touch my kids too.
Oh, so okay. Damn.
So when you're dealing with a female like that just pour something out like that, right?
Out the blue, absolutely.
Out the blue, if that was me, I would have stopped the damn video.
Yeah.
I'd have been done recording.
Yeah.
Actually, I would have got all my stuff. And then on my way out, finished turn the recording off. All right, this serious business. I'm done messing with you. I'm not going to be around you for you to throw this accusation on me.
Mm-hmm.
So
absolutely.
Let's go ahead and finish it.
Kids, and I need to protect them, and that's why we're getting out.
Perfect. I'm glad you think that because you want to protect them because you're the mom life, right? You're the mom bear, right?
I'm the mom.
So then why are you still here if I'm such a so exactly you're such a contradicting life.
Password.
Sorry.
You legit agreed to not sleep in the bed as long as I didn't fight with you, which is okay. I didn't have anything for you to fight on at all.
No, that's the thing that we agreed. No fighting. I said no bed. There's no caveat to that.
Right. Okay. But
now, okay.
I wake up, Wi-Fi being off, no warning, nothing. So I don't know why over this stupid shit you want to end the peace that we have.
Sure.
And this is what you want to do with the.
Please, I have.
You get a divorce. You get a non-messy divorce,
Sure.
right?
Sure.
There you go.
Okay.
But apparently we're not doing that anymore, right? Is that
If you say so.
an agreement that we're not doing the peace anymore? So
If you say so, you're the one we are the only one that's still breaking your word.
I'm gonna call this Lisa Battles, family advocate person. That's military spousal support is not a state thing, it's a actual thing.
It's a federal.
Is this really about the Wi-Fi?
So she did all that over him changing the Wi-Fi password and her not having access to Wi-Fi. So that's what this whole thing is about. So she's willing over Wi-Fi to put his freedom on the line, to lie and say he touched them kids, all because he didn't give her the password to the Wi-Fi.
Where is she at? Is she somewhere else?
In the house, I guess, because they were married in the process of getting a divorce. And so they both sleeping in the house and they're trying to be cordial while working out this divorce. And so because he changed the Wi-Fi password, she talking about, man, maybe I think maybe you can touch the kids. And he a fool, because I would have been out of the house at that moment. I'm done. You're not worth my freedom. Nope.
I agree 100%, man. And man, it's hard because we in a society where you being taught since the day you was born to never really just be alone. People think when you're alone that you're lonely. So there's going to always be people who's going to deal with a woman like her because they don't want to be alone. They don't.
Right.
So what do you tell folks who in their mind all they ever known was be in a relationship, be with somebody, never be in the bed alone, to put up with something like this? Because again, this ain't new. He's probably had these type of arguments with her before. He should have left a long time ago. But I guess he didn't want to find a new girlfriend. He didn't want to be by himself. He didn't want to go through a divorce at that point. You wait for it to get to this point where the volcano is about to explode to now say it's time to go. And that's what kills me about people. Why do you wait till it gets to that point? I'm leaving way before it gets to that point. If I even feel like I'm turning down that street, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna wait till I get to the end of the street and then it's just chaos, no way back. It's just a huge, especially when you got kids involved, just a huge explosion, all this stuff, because a lot of people feel like if their relationships end, if they divorce, they feel like a failure. Well, you can't feel like a failure because you can't control other people. When God gave humans free will, I think that's where he effed up. When he gave them free will, then you never know what you're getting with a human day by day. So all you can do is try to protect yourself the best way that you can. And I'm like you, Damo. As soon as you told that lie about me touching my own kids, no, cut the video off. I'll forget my stuff.
Yeah,
I'm gone. Tomorrow you will be talking to my lawyer. And if you file that false report, you can go to jail because they're going to do an investigation. And they find out you lied about that, then you ain't going to worry about Wi-Fi because they don't have Wi-Fi in jail.
Right. You're right. We about to get into something really deep, y'all. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention. Prayers go out to everybody that was affected by Hurricane Helene, right? North Carolina especially, Asheville, Batcave, North Carolina, East Tennessee, all underwater. I will tell y'all this, screw FEMA. Do not donate to FEMA. Go there if you know somebody that runs a nonprofit organization that's you got their boots on the ground over there. Donate to them. Don't donate to these organizations. Do not, because a lot of them probably taking the donations y'all have and giving them toward immigrants. You know what I'm saying? And so, without further ado, man, I'm gonna play some news clips. We're gonna talk about this. I don't understand, like, how can our government be so slow to react? And we got soldiers all over the world, and we don't have soldiers down in these places, the National Guard, people who are qualified to do rescue missions down there getting people out. You know what I'm saying? It like just don't make no sense to me. Why is it so hard to get people food and water? We're supposed to be the greatest country in the world. Ain't nothing great, man. You can't get people food and water and it take you 3 or 4 days to do so. So we gonna go ahead and play some of these videos, man. I found one of them that was like really sad, man. Some really sad stories. They talk about the death toll. Hold on, we got commercials. I'm gonna get.
Finally popped the question. Yeah.
Listeners survived Hurricane Helene in North Carolina. Look at this. This is their reality. They're digging out. CBS News correspondent Janet Chamlia with the stories of people who are working to salvage whatever they can.
Hey, Reed, this is what we're seeing in Charlotte and across Western North Carolina today. It's the very start of the cleanup, even though we're in week 2. We've got a construction truck here hauling away debris. And this is what people are dealing with. Let me give you a look. This is just the entire contents of someone's home. From their coffee maker right here, cookware, clothes, furniture. They've got some clothes hanging out front that you think they're probably trying to save, and at least they have a sense of humor. There's a skeleton up top that looks like it was just recently added. The infrastructure is a big problem in Western North Carolina right now. A lot of roads are compromised. They have either collapsed or they are in danger of collapse. And what really needs to happen is emergency crews like this need to get in here and do the work. As of today, at least 8 counties in Western North Carolina have canceled classes, some of them indefinitely. That includes the entire town of Asheville. There are FEMA troops on the ground, National Guard troops on the ground, but what we've been seeing is this is really a neighbor-to-neighbor recovery. Over the weekend, people with chainsaws helping chop up wood so that the streets could become clear. People with general stores turning them into free hot meal distribution centers. That's kind of how the work is getting done. But again, this is going to be a long-term process. And the weather's about to change here in North Carolina. We're going to get a lot colder weather towards the end of the week, and that means the needs are changing. Instead of food and toilet paper and paper towels that people seem to have now, they're going to need warmer clothes. Because a lot of these people have lost everything they own. Back to you.
Janet, thank you so much.
Right now, clean up and recover.
So it's another video I'm getting ready to play. But want to talk about this, right? So I think the hurricane landed in Asheville, I think the 27th, maybe that Friday or that Thursday night, going into Friday. And then the flooding got really bad. And I would suggest you guys go on YouTube and look up these videos, man, because the news don't cover it a lot. They cover a lot of stuff that's far and away and in between, or they may cover a small part of it, but they don't cover it the way that probably that area will be covering it. And the reason why the area or the region may cover it is because of information. So they need to get information out to people to get them to safe grounds. But somebody like you and I, unless we look for it, we may see a story about it, but unless we really do the research and look for it, they won't give us the information regarding this, right?
Right.
But what puzzles me is, and what infuriates me is there are people, and I don't know if you know this, Scott, there are people that have lost everything. Family members, everything they own, everything.
Mm-hmm.
Our government gave them a check for $750. Did y'all just hear what I said?
Mm-hmm.
They gave, what the hell is $750 gonna do when you lost absolutely everything, first and foremost? Second of all, why are we giving money to people who aren't even citizens? Why do they have the resources that these people should be getting? Why is it that we pay so much in taxes and then when we lose everything, they did it with Hawaiians? Remember that fire in Hawaii? When them folks lost everything, they gave them a check for $750. Meanwhile, they was giving Ukraine billions and trillions.
Oh yeah, you tell me.
How can they people, poor working people, when we go through something, we lose everything? Because we've been through, watching this flood took me back to 210. Because 210 was scary times in Nashville. I almost got caught in, you know what I'm saying, in a situation where I wasn't able to get out of. Going out, just trying to go to the store to get batteries and just some small necessities. And end up having to go way out of my way just to get back home. And my house was down the street. So I don't get why they don't have people on standby during these moments. I'm lost.
I'm with you on the 2010. So, you know, when that flood was happening, my dumb self, I was in Murfreesboro and I was coming to South Nashville to visit family. And I was like, man, I'm going to get on I-24. But something told me, don't. Just take Murfreesboro Road all the way down. And I did. Because if I would have got on I-24, you know where it flooded between Bell Road and all that right there? I'd have been stuck in it. I would have been there. My car would have been one of the cars that was underwater and people sitting on top of the hoods because it flooded that part of the interstate coming into Nashville. I was like, Jesus Christ, thank God I did not get on I-24, and I decided to take Murfreesboro Road all the way down. So one half of Edge Hill was dry. The other half had flooded over there by the fairgrounds, Thompson Lane, and all that stuff. Those people that lived in those trailers right there, it just uprooted every last one of them trailers and sent them to a new address.
Do you remember it was a trailer floating down I-24?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I had friends that stayed in those trailers over there. So it was just weird how one side didn't get affected by the flood, but one side got overwhelmed by the flood. And I don't know how much FEMA gave them, if they gave them anything. But to your point, the story that I read was FEMA was broke. And I'm like,
yeah, I've heard that.
Where's the money going? Or are we having this many disasters that FEMA can't keep up?
Because there's Hurricane Milton, that is an F5 hurricane crossing into Florida right now, and Florida just got Helene, man, they just got hit with Hurricane Helene, and now they got Hurricane Milton coming right behind it.
What do you know when we had so many hurricanes they ran out of letters?
Yeah.
We had more than 26 because it's 26
they had to start
letters.
using Greek names.
Yeah, had to start giving them something that we had so many damn hurricanes one year. So absolutely. So my thoughts and prayers go out to those folks. But then you gotta talk about your insurances too, because this is why they make you get flood insurance and disaster insurance. Now State Farm and all them is going to step in and take care of their parts. But all of y'all across the country that's with State Farm, your rates are about to go up, and you had nothing to do with Helene or Milton destroying that part of the country.
Well, let me tell you.
This is how they recoup the disaster money that they're about to pay. So if anybody is with Geico, Progressive, State Farm, and you get your bill and it's gone about $20-something, it's because this is how they're recouping their losses for the billions of dollars that they spent over there. But hold on, we've been paying premiums for 10, 20 years. So shouldn't we not be able to get those premiums? Be able not to get that check? Why is it that we're paying into the insurance? Then you send me a check saying minus $500, right? My house is underwater, but I get a check minus $500 because that's the deductible. Some people deductibles are $1,000, and then everybody else in this country that's with the same insurance, your insurance is about to go up. And you're like, I don't live nowhere near Florida or North Carolina.
And let me tell you about Florida for y'all that don't know. Florida have been hit with so many natural disasters that there are insurance companies leaving because they were losing money.
Right, absolutely.
And so a lot of in the Carolinas, Florida, Louisiana, Mississippi, a lot of them companies, insurance companies, are leaving. Y'all don't even have many options to get home insurance because they will not cover anything in Florida, literally. So y'all got to think about that also.
Absolutely.
I know I wanted to talk about this too.
Yeah.
For the people that live in flood zones, let me give y'all a piece of advice. We are so comfortable with technology that we don't carry cash. But I want y'all to think about something. What happens when technology goes out? And so you're accustomed to getting gas with your debit card, but now the machines don't work. So what are you going to do? The grocery stores, the electricity is down. So now you can't use your debit card. The ATM don't work. So you can't get money out. Don't get so comfortable with technology that you're not doing the minor things to keep yourself afloat. Like all of your money should not be in a banking institution. You are asking for trouble. In situations like this, where the community has no more power, it has no more line of communication, it has no resources unless you pay in cash, what are you going to do?
Absolutely.
So I would advise, I'm sorry, Scott, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was just saying I agree.
I advise, man, if y'all live in flood zone areas, always have money on you. Always, thank you, Star, always have money on you. In any disaster, I don't care what it is. Watching this, I learned to keep money on you at all times, especially, when they say a disaster is getting ready to come, you know what they always say? They always tell people, I ain't gonna say what they say. Most people do what? They run to the grocery store, buy tissue and food and all this. But what good is that if your power go out? It makes no sense for people to go to a grocery store and clean out a grocery store, and then you don't have nowhere to put the food at. That's stupid.
Well, what if your house gets flooded? So if you're gonna save money, at least put it in one of those safes that don't blow up, catch on fire, and get flooded. So that way you at least know your money and your good stuff is safe. Because you're gonna go to the store, you're gonna buy all this stuff, the next thing you know, water that came through your house, then knocked your house over. So you just wasted all that food and resources. You right?
Man, you know what really puzzles me? And this is how I know we are indoctrinated. We are not a country of common sense anymore. Y'all run to the grocery stores to go get stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why won't y'all just run to, you know what? The bass shop, the pro bass shop. That's what I'm gonna run to. Because I'm gonna get me a boat. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna go get it and spend your money and get a boat. You know what I'm saying? Because if I'm gonna stay afloat, I'm gonna get a boat. I'm gonna be the first boat and Uber driver there is. Y'all stuck? What kind of money y'all got? Go ahead and give me what you got. I'll take you over to this dry land. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Ain't no way I'm gonna go to a grocery store to get some food, and then here I can't even use it now. It all spoiled because, man, here it is. Man, you know, the power done went out, or my house been hit, and now my refrigerator 3 miles down the road. My house done got blown away. Here it was, right here. Now it's 3 miles away. I'm on Miss Lucy's house now. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm hiding in the bathtub, wake up, and I'm in the middle of Walmart. The hell that resources gonna do then? We be buying, unless you could go underground, which that ain't gonna do well in a flood. You know what I'm saying? Why do we run and buy all these resources? And if you is gonna get some shit, you know what section of the food store should be dry all the time? Should run out first? 2 places. The water and dry food. Dry food should run out first. Why are we getting refrigerated food?
Common sense ain't so common, huh? It reminds me of the port strike that was going on, right? The people out here buying a bunch of toilet tissue, and the guy said, "Do you know toilet tissue is made in America? You ain't got to buy all this toilet tissue. It had the port strikes has nothing to do with toilet paper because that's made in America."
Man, you know what? I ain't getting no toilet paper. Because what you gonna do? Where you gonna flush it at? You can't flush nothing. Ask the people in Nashville, what good is that toilet paper doing? And what good is it gonna do if it's wet? If the toilet paper wet, right? What good is it gonna do? You know what? We got permanent toilet paper. You know the permanent toilet paper that we got? It's called a washcloth. You know what I'm saying? Just get you a washcloth and wash your ass. Why you wasting money on toilet paper? Especially, you know, and I know, you're in a house full of women, that toilet paper ain't gonna do shit for you. Because the women go, man, when women had that time of the month, they'll keep wiping until it's all the way dry. You know, by the time they look, they done went through a half a roll of toilet paper. Tell me I'm lying. So what good is toilet paper gonna do anyway? Y'all act like y'all shit every 10 minutes. Get you some leaves, man. You know what I'm saying? Just make sure it ain't poison ivy. Make sure it ain't poison oak. But get you some damn leaves, hell. If you out in nature, hell, you can't, what the toilet paper gonna do? You sitting there, a damn squirrel sitting there watching you shit, and you gonna wipe your ass with toilet paper in the middle of the woods and just drop it down? It's just dumb shit, man.
I just feel bad for those that can't take care of themselves, like the hospitals and stuff that gets hit by these hurricanes and flood. What do you do with all these sick people, wheelchair people, folks that are in these beds? What about people that has to have surgery the next day and you talking about power that went out? That's why I tell you, boy, we living in hell. This is hell, brother. You supposed to have major surgery tomorrow and you can't have it because this hurricane that came through and knocked out all the power. Now, some hospitals do have generators, depending on the hospital, but still, man, that's crazy.
I think do enough of y'all to invest into the right things. If you live in an area that says flood zone, why the flick don't you have a boat, a canoe, a paddle boat, You know what I'm saying? Some kind of something that in case of a flood that you can go ahead and jump into and get out. I don't get it. That made me, I'm glad I seen stuff like that. After Katrina, we should have known better. You know what I'm saying? That is Sky, I'm telling you. They gonna be like, why you got a boat? You don't ever get on it. Well, if it ever flood, I am.
Amen.
Why we have life jackets? You should have life jackets. If we got fire extinguishers in the house, why don't we have life jackets?
Right.
Especially black people, because we don't know how to swim. You know what I'm saying? Past the shower, we afraid of water. We've been afraid of water since slavery. You know what I'm saying? Since we had to cross the ocean. We have always been afraid of water. So, why don't we invest in that? You know, we got some Jordans, but no damn life jackets. The hell them Jordans gonna do? We better start getting on our priorities, man. We see these natural disasters, and people expect for the government, our government, we got to quit putting too much faith in the government. The government's job is to rob us all and give our resources to people that ain't from here. That is their job. That's all they really good at. They ain't good for nothing else. We've seen too many natural disasters that it has taken them days to get to. It has taken them days. We need to get in touch with our neighbors and form some kind of communication. Because you know, when things get really bad, guess who coming? Our neighbors. The government officials is not coming. Democrat or Republican. I remember when Bush flew over Hurricane Katrina. Boo, if you don't put this plane down, the helicopter down, and try to rescue some of these people off the roof, or do something, use that plane for some good use. You know, why is it that, and this is why I am against Kamala Harris and that sleeping dude that's always, I'm going to call him Abe Simpson, because he sleep every time I see him. You know what I'm saying? Biden. Why aren't y'all down there? You know what I'm saying? Why is it the dude that ain't president yet been made and raised $5 million and y'all not doing anything? All y'all rich, this is why I don't like, man, celebrities. All these rich celebrities, we should see y'all on the camera. Every time they show the camera of Asheville or Batcave or East Tennessee, we should see you guys on camera. Since y'all like to speak for minorities and the middle class so much, why ain't y'all on cameras, man? And y'all, you know, expensive boats and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Why ain't y'all down there, man? You know, with boatloads of pallets of food and stuff. Why ain't y'all getting together with your resources? That just let you know. You don't know who really got your back until it's time for somebody to got your back. People can say what the hell they want to say, but you don't know who got your back until it's time for a person to have your back. Sky, this is why I always say, Lord, if your love don't come with loyalty, I don't give a damn about it. You know what I'm saying? If it don't come with loyalty, I don't give a flying fleek about it.
Right. I can agree.
Because, man, you know, all these, when it comes to these, you know, these folks out here campaigning, they got a lot to say. I want to see you on the ground, putting in work. You know, Ricky Smiley, I want to see you on the ground. I better see you on the news handing somebody some water or something. You got a lot to say about the black community and their voting, and y'all got opinions on people's votes. Get your asses down there and get on the ground then. Put in the work. Because, man, when I heard that Trump put in $1 million, $2 million, then raise another $2 million, and then y'all, this the cat, y'all talk about, y'all trying to convince me and other people this dude racist, and he down here in the time of need before y'all get down here, and y'all are part of the government. FEMA? Like FEMA, what the hell is FEMA doing?
Absolutely. So it goes to show you from here on out, man, like Damo said, you have to think smart and start protecting yourself. Because they thought at one point in time I lived in a flood zone. It was like, you might need to get flood insurance. You ain't got to tell me twice till I find out I did live in a flood zone. But I'm just saying, if I know I live in a flood zone, I'm going to have extra insurance, flood insurance. I'm going to have a life jacket, a flashlight, canned goods, stuff that if I wake up one day and that water has just came through my house, I mean, my floors are water's up to my waistline, you know that you can put this stuff in the boat, put the flashlight, because it's probably going to get dark, knives, survival kits, ropes, things like that, and be ready to protect yourself, because if it's going to take FEMA or whatever the local saving people are a few days to get to you, then yeah, you need to be able to survive until they get to you.
They put too much resources into other countries. And this, and you know the part that I'm frustrated. We pay so much in taxes. We pay a lot in taxes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then when we're put in situations like this, you don't have no money. You don't have the National Guard. We got a gigantic military. They train for scenarios like this, search and rescue. They're not prepared. Why? You don't have a team of them prepared. Because of what? Why are we giving money to Lebanon? Why are we giving money to Ukraine, Palestine, Israel? Why? And you can't even help the people over here? Right here, it only takes you an hour or a couple hours to get a plane to these people. You can put resources on the outside of the area that's supposed to be hit, literally. And you don't have these resources ready. Why?
Poor leadership, poor management.
They only care, Star, you're right. They only care about personal finance interests. So we as this individual need to really, I say this all the time, do not count on the government. The government don't give a damn about their country. No government. I ain't just talking about our government. I'm talking about the majority of governments don't give a damn about their country. You better make sure, like you said, man, watching these videos, I'm gonna play another. Because I want y'all to see this. Watching these, listen to these videos and these people, it just put my perspective. You better count on yourself. You get ammunition. When things get bad, you think they're not going to go ahead and jack you for your goods? And you listen to them talk about taking away our weapons and things that protect us? I'll be damned. Hell no.
And the crazy part is...
And so I want to play this video. I'm going to play a couple of them, man, because I want y'all to see this from other people that's talking about this stuff. And I want y'all to see the devastation.
Hey, Damo, you talking about taking away their guns. You know, in California, New York, and Florida, you cannot open carry.
They already have.
Right. Yeah. In Florida, the only people who can have guns, you have to have a hunting license. So if you don't have a hunting license, you can't protect yourself. Now, I don't know if you can have guns in your house, but you can't walk with them like we do in Tennessee and Texas. So I understand what you're talking about. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we let these folks do this, and then they won't even, not only will they not send the military that could protect you, but then they don't even send resources. So if you got resources, you have nothing to protect your own resources. And you're right, Star. It makes you a target for robbery.
Mm-hmm.
Because if somebody see you with a nice house or whatnot, they're going to break in. So then you have no way or no means to protect yourself. And we letting our government, who is protected by security and other personnel, right, tell us why we shouldn't have weapons to protect ourselves. Yet they walking around with people that got weapons to protect them.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna go ahead and play some more of this. I hope we can hear from some of these people. I don't know. It's a line of videos that I want to go ahead and play. Hold on, this computer.
Recovery continues all across the Southeast in the aftermath of Hurricane Helene, and a group from Atlanta called the Georgia Boys is loaded up and headed to North Carolina with supplies. They're on the road right now for the first of 3 trips. Another trip is planned for Thursday, and then the third late next week. A sign of hope. Organizers tell us fundraising has exceeded expectations, which means they can get more supplies to communities in need.
Let's go ahead. I'm gonna see if I can find some stuff where I can hear people just
At
talk
Volkswagen,
about
we
this.
take safety seriously. Serious.
Play a couple of these videos.
Those who survived Hurricane Helene in North Carolina, look at this. This is their reality. They're digging out. CBS News correspondent Janet Chamlia with the stories of people who are working to salvage whatever they can.
Hey Reed, this is what we're seeing in Charlotte and across Western North Carolina today. It's the very start of the cleanup, even though we're in week 2. We've got a construction truck here hauling away debris, and this is what people are dealing with. Let me give you a look. This is just the entire contents of someone's home.
Oh, we already played this
From the
video.
coffee maker right here, cookware, clothes, furniture. They've got some clothes hanging out front that you think they're probably trying to save, and at least they have a sense of humor. There's a skeleton up top that looks like it was just recently added. The infrastructure is a big problem in Western North Carolina right now. A lot of roads are compromised. They have either collapsed or they are in danger of collapse. And what really needs to happen is emergency crews like this need to get in here and do the work. As of today, at least eight.
Now to the latest impacts here on Helene. The state has received now more than $100 million from the federal government to help fix the roads. More than 100 bridges will have to be replaced. Right now, 2,050 DOT employees are in the state responding, trying to jumpstart recovery efforts. WRL Sean Gallagher is live tonight in Lake Lure, where we're trying to figure out when more help could be coming there. Sean.
Yeah, Dan, during a tour of Lake Lure this afternoon, the mayor here told Governor Cooper she is yet to see FEMA here in Lake Lure. She says they're not in need of water or more food for residents. She says they're fine on that. But this is why they need somebody here. Take a look behind me. This lake here, absolutely devastated. They've actually lowered it to try to help with all of the debris that made its way into the river. This has become a dumping ground for all of that. She says longer-term help is needed from FEMA, something Governor Cooper does say is on the way. The sounds of military helicopters ring through ridges adjacent to Chimney Rock, an all too familiar sound for people in Lake Lure as they near 2 weeks without water, limited cell signal, in desperate need for help.
We need a lot of things, but these are major things, you know.
Lake Lure Mayor Carol Pritchett showed Governor Roy Cooper what their small town is dealing with, the lowered lake levels exposing the damage done after Helene.
It's tough to see the beach this way.
It is, it absolutely is, but you know, we'll get it back to where it needs to be.
The town's already dealing with aging infrastructure needs. 100-year-old wastewater treatment, sewer, and water pipes stood no chance in the aftermath of this storm, all needed to help this usually bustling tourist spot rebound.
And we're going to use the different streams of money to do things simultaneously. Some of these things, rebuilding infrastructure, is a little longer term. And we were talking about temporary workarounds with water, like the Department of Transportation is working so hard to rebuild roads and bridges, but they're also now trying to get temporary routes in and out so that we can get basic necessities to people.
It's down the line solutions we still don't have a clear timeline of. Many areas are still without water, and Cooper can't say when it'll be back, but it's likely after he's out of office. What's your expectation for having water restored to Western North Carolina?
Well, that's going to be a community by community event. It's still going to be a while. There is progress being made, but we don't know yet.
So with Hurricane Milton bearing down on Florida, I asked the FEMA administrator today about how that's going to impact their presence here in Western North Carolina. That administrator, Deanne Criswell, tells me she doesn't think it will have any effect on the 3,400 or so FEMA people that are on the ground here in Western North Carolina. She says, if anything, they'll be increasing that number. Sean Gallagher, WRAL News in Lake Lure.
many people flooded out of their homes. Finding a place to stay is an immediate concern. News 15's Rex Hodge reports on the journey of a Clyde family and a Good Samaritan coming to their aid, but also some of the challenges they are facing.
John Mobley and his family of 4 live in this house right along the Pigeon River in Clyde. He says when the storm came through, there was 10 feet of water inside his house.
Mobley says he, his wife, son and daughter, and 4 rescue dogs had only minutes to escape the rising water from the Pigeon River as Helene blew through. They safely evacuated, initially to a friend's home in Maggie Valley.
That was my tool trailer.
Coming back here was impossible.
That's a total loss. We've lost everything. Water was all the way to the ceiling. First bedroom to the right is totally destroyed. Looked like somebody just came and dropped bombs everywhere.
Compounding the problem, Mobley does home renovation work, and Helene swamped the tools of his trade. Some of what he could salvage, he says, got stolen.
The little tools that I was able to get out of my trailer to come back the next day to get the rest of them, and somebody done stole my trailer and the rest of my tools.
The next issue, where to stay for a longer period of time. A friend from Waynesville, Perry Bailey, is offering his empty condo free of charge.
I know him. I want to help. And this place ain't costing me nothing.
Bailey has cleared the arrangement with his HOA, but worries about a contract drawing up an expiration date.
So we want to make sure that you don't turn it into a rental. I'm not going to rent it. So if I let them in there now based on this, they got a plan to be out of here by January 3rd.
We're not moving there. We're his guest. He's letting us stay there because we're flooded out. We have nowhere to go.
Bailey insists these folks are his guests and not longer-term renters.
All I want to do is that these people live here in peace.
Mobley says more than anything else, it's been neighbors helping neighbors that has been the most helpful. Reporting from Clyde, Rex Hodge, News 13.
So,
but first, this
y'all are saying some of these videos, man, or like they saying, if you want help, man, you gotta get somebody that's close by. Count on your neighbors, because if y'all think the government gonna come in, already gone by the time they get to you. So we need to start, man, being courteous to our neighbors and forming some kind of line of communication for times like this. Because I'm telling y'all think the government, y'all think, man, them politicians gonna stick their neck out for y'all? Nope. They ain't even who's raising money? Do you want to know who gonna do what for you? Who gonna come through with the money? Who gonna raise the money?
Right.
Who gonna bring the resources? Who dropping off water and food?
Absolutely.
Matter of fact, with these 2 candidates, pay attention to who's doing what. Because not only do we got Hurricane Helene that just came through, we got a couple more hurricanes. Milton already here. It's going to be Category 5. So the people that just got hammered down in Florida, they about to get hammered again with a Category 5. Pay attention. So I always say, don't go by what people say. Pay attention to what they do. Pay attention to what goes on with these candidates. The people that follow them. Pay attention to what they got going on. Because I don't want to hear this crap, they only doing it for, they doing it. I don't care what they doing. I don't care what you say. Well, he only doing it because, or she only doing it because she trying to get votes, or he only doing it because he trying to get votes. So what? The only thing that should matter is that they doing something. So pay attention to who's doing what. Don't get caught up into what's said. Get caught up into what's done. This natural disaster and these ones that's getting ready to come, prime examples. Pay attention. And that tell you who you want to get behind. Who's raising money? Who's, utilizing their resources to help. That's it. I just want to leave with that, man. Sky, man, if you got anything you want to add to that.
Now, I just want to say shout out to Shay Shay. You're right. I don't mind using the chain shawl, Shay Shay, but I don't know what a dig well is. You got to tell me what a dig well is. Shouts out to Wyatt, brother. How you doing? How's your mom? How's your dad? How's everything going up there with S&PW? Shouts out to Wyatt. And Shay Shay said, yeah, watch the actions. You're absolutely correct. At this time, when it comes to stuff like this, first of all, I'm not into politics, no way. But when it comes to stuff like this, I don't care who's doing what. If one person's raising 5, if another person's just trying to get awareness, every little thing to me helps.
That's exactly what I mean.
Even if you're a homeless person and you just want to go down there and help sweep, you know what I'm saying?
There you go. You're right.
Every little thing helps. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm talking about, Sky. That's exactly what I mean. It ain't even about politics. Right. What I'm just saying is pay attention to who doing what.
Right.
Saying, everybody can't get there. Like, if you think I wouldn't want to be there if I could get there, of course I could. I would love to be there. But if you can get there, pay attention to who doing what. There's people with money and that's in a better situation than you and I, Sky, that can literally get there. We spend all our money making these entertainers rich. Right. But let's see what entertainers is down there with people on the ground and down there themselves helping raise money.
Absolutely.
Let's see who's doing what.
And guess how many rich people there are in Florida and Carolina? So we ain't talking about the rich people that just live in California and New York. We talking about the rich people
all
in your neighborhood. The rich people that's in your neighborhood should be the first people there on the ground or with resources helping. I don't expect the game from California to get there as soon as your local millionaire that's in your hometown. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to see. What is that person going to do? Or the pastor who has all these churches and make $2-3 million a year. Are you going to open up all your churches, have all these people come in to have a safe place until something can be done? That's what you're looking for.
Right. There was a restaurant down there in Nashville, right? That was making plates. They fed over thousands of people for free. You know what? When things go back to normal, that should be a spot. The first place that y'all should volunteer to spend your money. When you got places like that, if you're going to donate to a church, pay attention. Sky, you made a good point. See which one open their doors to people. That's the one you want to go to, right? See who doing what for the community in the time of need. And that's where you want to invest your time and money.
Absolutely.
You're right, Sky. I couldn't have said that any better.
Yeah. And so, because people are starving, they need help. You got babies, you have older people in their 90s that, man, these folks, they really need the help. So if you can help, please do whatever. Nothing small. It doesn't matter how big or small. And then, like he said, another one is coming. So, man, then you got to prepare for another one and another one. My God, I don't know how Florida is still even on the map, to be honest with you. But I pray that the people that you elect, your aldermen, your city councilmen, that these are the people that are supposed to be smart enough to help you in these situations, because they're supposed to be able to have this already ready. Like 2 years ago, they're supposed to already have a plan in place for today. And then you can't wait till today to have a plan. You're supposed to have this plan 2 years ago for today. So yeah, so we FEMA ain't coming. Yeah, FEMA ain't coming. So they broke, they out of money. So now it's up to your local politicians to use their resources and their money and knowledge to help those in need.
You're right, Sky.
And sometimes
we gotta depend on each other.
I know a lot of people, when we in school, the number one thing we learn before we learn anything else about politics is the presidential election, right? Because some of us don't even know that the House of Representatives does 4 years and senators do 7. See, a lot of all the thing we really ever know is about the presidential election, because that's the highest office in the land and in the world. But sometimes the presidential election overshadows these local elections. People don't get out and vote for their share of saying, judges and treasurers, and see, these are the people you need to put in local offices. So when stuff like this happens, you're more prepared than waiting on people from Washington D.C. to help you. So sometimes when we go through this election period of the president, to me, sometimes it just overshadows the local people. Who is your state senator? Who is your state representative? Who is your alderman? What ward are you in? What district are you in? That's to me is what the people need to start doing more than worried about sometimes who's sitting in the White House. Who is sitting in your neighborhood, your HOA leader? Who is them are the people that are supposed to make sure that there's money saved, that there's supplies to help these local people when that flood comes again and again. Now, they're not as powerful as the federal government, but they can hold you to safety for those 2-3 days until the federal government can get there.
You are absolutely right. Like our governors, I think this often falls on the failure of our governor. Our governors and all the politicians at the state and local levels.
Yeah, your mayors,
to have a plan in place. They should have, like, if you know that that's a high area or a risky area for flooding, why didn't you have boats and helicopters and stuff on standby? There's no excuse for it.
No, it's not. Because usually your mayors and your aldermen and city councilmen are homegrown. They've been there all their lives, so they know it's a flood area. They've been there all their lives. Your sheriff, your what do you call police chief, they've been there their whole lives, man. So they know every 5 or 6 years a major flood is coming. So in between those years, where is the plan? Like you said, the boats, the helicopters, the food, the canned goods, the shelters to help these communities until the federal government can get there.
When they seen within a couple of hours that it was going to be, they was going to be in the eye of it, or there was a possibility that they were going to be in the eye of the storm, they should have already had been prepared. And they did. So the government on all levels, local, state, and national levels have failed. And you're right. The president, vice president, and all them, they're going to get the brunt of the blame. But the blame needs to be divided amongst all levels because they all fail. They all fail. I'm just going to say that. And if the governor is the biggest one, because if he knows the budget, he knows all of it. And once he knew that, hey, they may not have enough money for this and to get this and this and that done, then he should have got on himself and pulled some people to get down there himself to do as much as possible.
Absolutely, because your governor probably knows every rich person in your state. Because when he needs things done privately that he can't get through tax funds, that's where he goes. So you trying to tell me 20, 30, 40 millionaires in Florida that you couldn't get together to donate X amount 3-4 years ago? It's called what you can name it a safety deposit, whatever. So that way when this happens, you got $4 or $5 million just sitting somewhere. It could be collecting interest, just sitting somewhere. So when this happens, boom, 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 it's there. It's like you waited for it to hit you in the face to be like, oh my God, it's here.
And you know what, Shay? You're absolutely right. They cannot use, and we were talking about this earlier, so I don't know if you missed this portion of the live. We were talking about this. This is why we should not get too comfortable with technology, because when the technology goes out and we become so dependent on it, how is that technology helping people now? They can't use their credit cards or debit cards. Absolutely. So how valuable are those cards to them now? They can have 10,000 sitting in an account and can't get to it. Why? Because the technology don't work.
Absolutely.
So y'all better remember that.
And think about it, the banks are flooded, so ain't no employees there to open up those damn banks.
Even if the banks was open, they ain't got no power. So how are they going to use any computers?
There you go.
You ain't got no electricity. You can't You know, the vending machines and the machines don't work. Technology don't work, so you can't even use a cell phone. So you know what? We so caught up in cell phones. You know what? We better start getting there. You know there's something else. Walkie-talkies. We start better getting accustomed to using walkie-talkies, man. Having one, I think for my household, that's something on the wish list now. Is a walkie-talkie to be able to hear emergency personnel.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree 100%.
We get off running to the grocery store. We better run to Radio Shack and Best Buy. Get some of the shit that really gonna save our lives. Yeah.
Yeah, military grade works everywhere, huh?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But man, definitely want to send prayers to all the families that been hit and devastated by Hurricane Helene. And keep everybody that's about to get hit by Hurricane Milton in your prayers, man. This is gonna be a crazy hurricane season and a crazy tornado season. I got a feeling of. But in all of this, we better learn what our priorities is. Yeah, we need food and stuff like that. Our forms of communication, we better have some form of communication to be able to reach somebody. Like I said, military grade walkie-talkies. Shay, you're absolutely right. And boats. You know, I'm really thinking about getting. It ain't gotta be no big boat. It can just be a sizable boat that you can put on water and float in to get you to where you need to be.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You're right about that. You're right.
Sky, is there anything, man? We've had a long, good show. Thank you to A Star Jackson that was on here. Nora that was on my Bigo. Thank you guys. Sky, you want to go ahead and shout out everybody that on your end?
Well, thank you, Shay and Brittany Renee Maynard and David Lackey Jr. and Wyatt. Thank y'all for commenting and watching. Again, Keyshawn, happy birthday. Y'all, thank y'all for always supporting, share, like, comment, let us know what's on your mind so we can have adult conversations. And don't forget tonight, the D-Bling Radio Show from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. on offtopradio.com.
Man, I want to thank you all for, if you're watching this, please share the live if possible. You know what I'm saying? That really helps us to grow. And I just want to leave with this. The only thing guaranteed in life is death. So you can only control the things that you can control. The things that you can't, don't worry about it. Don't let it stress you out. And as long as you're on this half of the dirt, you've won today. You have become victorious if you're on this half of the dirt.
Absolutely.
Man, God bless y'all. Thank y'all. Peace and love. We hope to see y'all next week with more, hopefully with more good news, man. And again, shout out to Vanderbilt, man. Hooray. Because Vanderbilt for a long time. So to beat Alabama, whether Nick Saban was here or not, man, I'm just glad y'all beat somebody. Because y'all, I don't know. They think they should have been a good 40, almost 50 years since Vanderbilt has beaten a team in the top 5 ranking. So, right. And they coming off, and Alabama.
Hello, Jimmy. How you doing?
Against Georgia.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Shout out to Jimmy Stearns, man. How y'all doing up there? How's your wife and children and things? And shout out to the people up at Illinois and Carmine and SMPW. But yeah, you're right about that. The Vanderbilt, Alabama. Congratulations to Alabama. Again, I gotta congratulate, my Broncos for now being 3-2, 2 games behind Kansas City in the AFC West. We're above the Chargers and we are above the Raiders, who we beat yesterday.
Nice.
I'm good, Jimmy. God is good. I'm very good.
You can say that again, man. Till next week, y'all, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. And if for those that missed the show, please watch the recap. You can find it on me or Sky's page, or y'all can find it on our YouTube channel, which is, well, I'm going to go ahead and give you mine first. You can watch it on Sky's also. So mine is www.youtube.com/the So Driven Media. And Sky, yours is?
Written Visions 2022. That is Written Visions 2022. The Cash App and the YouTube is CEO Cartel 2120. That is CEO Cartel 2120.
All right, man. We out, y'all. Peace, love, and we hope you guys have a good rest of the week. Till next Tuesday. We out.
Absolutely. Bye.